We are in Phuket, Thailand, where the possibilities are endless. Come with us as we transfer from a more modernized beach resort in the Patong area to a resort based around nature in the more relaxed and calm area of Phuket. See which one you like better.
The Oceanfront Beach Resort is the place that we've been staying at for the past week. This is a bit of a hotel overview and review. The resort is located just outside of Phuket and is about a 5 to 10 minute drive from the main area of Patong Bangla Walking Street. We liked the location as it was just far enough that when you were done for the night, you could go to sleep without having to listen to thumping music. In the main lobby, when you checked in, you were served a welcome drink, which was very pleasant. The lobby had optimal seating, and with the open air concept, it was extremely nice to constantly hear the ocean and feel the breeze. The resort did have a store by the name of El Tana. However, during our time there, it was never actually opening, which was quite disappointing. There were multiple wings of the resort that were still closed during our stay, and this was due to the slow recovery from the COVID pandemic. The biggest highlight of this resort for us was the infinity pool. It was quite large, allowing for multiple guests to use it without feeling cramped. And with the view, it was just a beautiful place to relax. It also did have a swim-up bar, which was nice because it served both alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages. Continuing up, there was also another pool, which also had a bunch of loungers and sunshades. This was definitely a nice addition to the infinity pool, as it allowed for more guests to actually enjoy their time. It was never really cramped, which was also nice, and it did connect to a kids' pool, which however was pretty small. There was another bar that was supposed to be open at the back of the secondary pool. However, during our time at this resort, it was never actually functioning. I believe this was just due to the COVID pandemic and the recovery being so slow. Continuing on, it led us to this staircase here, which leads you to the fitness center, pool, and squash area. The fitness center was very basic and lacked some of the key equipment that individuals look for, such as a bench press, but it was good enough for individuals to get a good workout in. They did have a pool and a squash area, which was a nice addition, but we didn't really see anyone utilizing the facilities. There was also no signs on where you could get the equipment for things such as squash. The one nice thing with the fitness center though was they did have a refrigerator which was fully stocked with water at all times. This was extremely nice as with the heat it definitely was needed. Continuing on, there was this area called the Deep Sea Lounge, which had a bar, but again didn't see much use from any of the guests. It did connect onto the restaurant in the resort, which served a variety of dishes, but mostly focused on Thai cuisine. We did eat here once and can say it was genuinely really good, so if you do stay at this property, I would highly recommend checking it out. The resort also did have a library, which was a nice touch as it was air conditioned and a good place to go when needing a break. Overall, the resort was really nice and I would recommend it if you are planning on staying in the Patong area. However, with that being said, there were certain aspects that we didn't like. For instance, there were certain individuals who would go to the pool with loud boom boxes and the staff would not say anything to them. It was super annoying as the music that they were playing was contrasting with the music that was being played at the pool. Overall, though, I would recommend this hotel either way, just as it was a very good location and it was beautiful on the inside and out. We then started to make our way over to our next resort, which was the Thavorn Palm Beach, located right across from Karon Beach. The reason we decided to move hotels was because we were originally supposed to go to Koh Samui. However, due to our poor planning, we didn't realize that Koh Samui was actually in its rainy season. The reason we chose Karon Beach was, from the reviews, it was more of a family-orientated beach, and honestly, after staying there, we can definitely attest to that. The white sand was definitely a lot nicer than it was over at Patong, and the amount of beach that was available for all guests was nice. You always had an area where you could find your own private section. The check-in process was pretty standard. One cool feature though was the amount of green space and nature, which was the theme of the resort. As I was checking in, Bree found some friends in the form of chickens. The resort did have some feed that you could purchase for a small donation, which was a nice touch for all guests, including little ones.
Brienne's feeding the chickens.
Got any?
Yeah, you did. I think so.
Right after checking in, we decided to go check out the petting zoo. It had a variety of animals from miniature pigs to tortoises to goats to chickens, as well as some birds. This was definitely a really nice addition to the resort and one which we frequently visited. We then decided to go for a drive to explore the new area. Our main purpose though was finding bug spray, as we were planning on going to an elephant sanctuary on the coming days.
Okay, so we're currently at a pharmacy. This is the only place that we think that you can get bug spray. We went to 7-Eleven and stuff, and they didn't have bug spray. They had sunscreen, but not bug spray. So let's see if a pharmacy does.
Just gonna look. Waterproof?
Yes, waterproof.
Yes.
Okay, so what did we get?
Sunscreen, which was the most expensive, about 600 baht. And then we got some Tiger Balm. I got these banana cream for my dad's because I get really bad dry wound. And then we got some mosquito repellent, which was #1, and that was actually really cheap. It was like for a lotion and all spray, which I thought would be more expensive because it's North American. It was like 300 baht. Now I think we're into the hide.
Okay, so what are we doing right now?
I'm booking hotels.
Because we decided to stay at this resort for just under 2 weeks. And then we decided to stay at the next resort/hotel for 2 weeks. And then after that, we're going to Bangkok. So we kind of just decided just all right now. It's kind of nice, kind of being able to like be so flexible. We're looking at booking that hotel right now. It's really nice being so flexible, and it allowed us to see different parts of Phuket and kind of decide where we wanted to stay. And then after staying at this resort, we just decided to book it for the time being until we end up the next resort. Yeah, so yeah. And then we're also looking at kind of planning out the next month and seeing when we want to do our excursions. We have the elephant sanctuary booked tomorrow, but that's what we have so far.
Here's a preview for the next video. We thank you all for tuning in, and we hope to see you next week where we go to the elephant sanctuary.